to be a part of that group of players, and it's something I'll always cherish, and it's super special to be a part of that group.
Is there a balance, Morgan, between being happy with your own situation this year, how you performed, but the team obviously not playing up to its own expectations? How do you balance that?
I think it's tough. I mean, you see the mood in the room now. It seems like it's been this way all year, just games slipping away and stuff. Obviously, I'm proud of the way I finished the year out, but to me, being over now it's having the season be over now. It's just something that it's tough to process, and you see teams that we've competed with good teams all year, and to see it not pan out the way, and just the consistency we didn't have, it sucks for sure.
The season now over. When do you start thinking about next season as far as contract is concerned?
I'm going to leave that up to my agent, and I'm not going to give it much thought. This time, especially now, hang out with the guys. Cherish the last few moments we have. As a group together. We're not. Everybody knows in this business we're not going to be together again, the same group. So there's going to be changes, and that's just the nature of the beast. So just take it in, and try to decompress a little bit, and spend a little bit of family time, and it's not something I'm worried about, and it'll get done when it gets done. So like I said, I'm not worried about it, and it'll happen when it happens.
Morgan, you were very open in training camp about reading everything about you, and then someone called you out on Twitter and you responded, but then as your game grew, the love for you grew. So how did that affect you? Seeing people saying, he needs to be extended, look at what he's doing. You have your own geek squad now. What did that do for your game mentally?
I still use it as motivation. It's those, I still do read most things, and those same people that said things at the start of the year maybe changed the narrative a little bit. And I don't really forget what they said at the start of the year, so it's easy to jump on the bandwagon when someone's doing well. So, I still use it as motivation. I think it's something that can be an asset if you use it correctly, and it's definitely something that can tear you down. So there's a nice balance to it. But, I know there's a lot of people too that have kind of stuck beside me, especially in my inner circle, that have lifted me up, and guys in this room and in the organization just sticking with it and everything. So it's nice to have those people in your corner, and someone you can always lean back on for sure.
Morgan, Pasta's been a leader on this team for a long time, but really this year was the first, and the brunt of the leadership was thrust upon him. How did you see him develop as a leader, and how important was he in this locker room down the stretch, especially after the trade deadline?
Oh, it was massive. You guys saw it firsthand. We saw it firsthand. Just like you said, he kind of just took control of the room. And when you lose the caliber and the established guys that we did at the deadline, it's never easy for anybody to grab the bull by the horns. But it's exactly what he did. And with Charlie out and Hampus out, and we felt a little depleted, I think. And he brought everybody back, and you saw the way he performed after that, and kind of dragged us all along with him. So. He's an unbelievable guy. It's been awesome to play with him this year, and he's an even better person. And I think as a leader, he's just starting to grow and grow. So it's awesome to see him take that next step for sure.
You have back-to-back career years. First the 17 goals, now you're up above 30. What do you think was the biggest? I know there's a ton of things that go into it. What do you think was the biggest change this year that allowed you to really tap into your potential?
Just not be afraid to shoot. I think. I've always had a good shot, and you kind of start deferring, especially when you play with guys that produce, and you get in spots where you don't expect to score. But there's pucks that have went in for me this year that maybe don't other years, and I think it's just having a shoot first mentality. And Dave's been unbelievable, and Pav and Lindy, we played most of the year together after in December or whatever. So. Just try to get open for those guys. I think the chemistry was a big one. A lot of stability this year in playing with the same 2-3 guys all year. So that definitely helps when it comes to reading off everybody and being in the right spots.
What do you think Lindholm added?